Hello, this is my first Transformers review. I really hope I'll do well with this. This is Core Class Shockwave. Now, the Core Class figures are a line of Transformers figures that are built to be super small and affordable. So, like, if you can't buy the $30 like Voyager class Shockwave, then you can buy the $12 Core Class Shockwave. Anyways, now this little figure is packed with a lot of detail. You can see all this panel lining and such on the legs and across the whole body. One thing I think went wrong with assembly is that they gave him two right legs. You see that? That design, it should be on the front leg, front part of the leg. And if you turn the figure around, there you see the same design. It's supposed to be the front. And also, yeah, it's really gappy here, but there's a reason for this gap. Come on, focus. There. There's a reason for this gap. It's for the transformation. The other gaps, though, I don't know why. They could have easily filled this in, and it wouldn't have wasted that much plastic. Don't know why they left a gap here. Anyways. Now, one problem I do have is that it's really loose in the knees. So, if I just lightly... Yeah. Now, the shoulders are really tight. They're perfectly tight. Like, check this out. Now, if I tap with the same force on the knee, see how it's much looser? It's very loose. I don't know why. I wish it were tighter. Anyways, so comparison to size, here is Core Class Optimus Prime. You see they're about the same size. And also there are my hands for scale. They're about as tall as my hand as well. Anyways, posability. So the shoulders are on a ball joint here. That means they could go out and up like that, and 360 like that. And there's also a hinge joint here for the transformation, so it can go even further up like that. The elbows are ball joints too, so that means they could bend about 90 degrees. And they can also move outwards like that, inwards like that. So you can have him kind of have his arm on his chest like that, like almost like he's saluting a bit. You know, you could have him bow to Megatron like that. His gun arm You can do the same. In fact, his regular arm has the same posability as his gun arm because there's no wrist swivel here. Now, the reason why the fist has a peg hole in it is because he also came with a weapon. There was like some sort of instrument or satellite dish thing, but I couldn't find it, so I guess this review is without his accessory, his one accessory. But it's just this little orange radar dish thing that you can also put on the vehicle mode. Anyways, his legs move up like that, and back like that, and he can do the splits. His knees bend like all the way, and his legs can move like that, swivel at his knee, but there's no ankle articulation at all. And also there's a transformation joint here, so you could get him to, so you could think of it as like an ab crunch, but it's not really at his abs, it's right here, when an ab crunch, a real ab crunch, would be right around here. Don't mind the sounds, the metallic sounds, it's just my bracelet. Anyways, and finally his head can rotate all the way around. Just rotate, nothing else. Anyways, transformation. So first thing you gotta do is move his arms up like that, straight up, like he's flying, I guess. Then you move him out like this. Then you move him up on the transformation hinge like that till his arms are right beside his head. Make sure his head is straight too. Then you take his backpack and you fold out the wings. Fold that up. You take his head. You push it down like that. And then each arm has these little tabs here. Right here. You can see them against my finger. They will go into that bottom hole right there. So just align the tabs. There you go. And fold the arms in like that. I know, kind of lazy. That's all you do with them after that. Anyways, you take his legs, then you pull them, sort of, you straighten out this. There's this part that flips out that the legs are attached to, and then you turn them inward so that they're facing so that knees face each other, the knees, and you flip them out like this, and you gotta make sure that they go under this slit here. When you flip this out here, it creates an opening right there. You can kind of see it when I turn it like that. See that opening? You gotta slip the leg through there like that. See how it's overlapping there? And do the same with the other leg till they're touching and all the tabs are connected. And there you go. Core class Shockwave in his spaceship mode. Now, because this is a core class, doesn't really do well in hiding all the kibble. You can definitely tell that it's just Shockwave with his arms up and his elbows bent and doing weird yoga. But if you don't look at the bottom, it's got a really nice flat top. And if you don't look at the rear, and if you just look at it head on, it kind of actually looks like a spaceship. It's really nice. And there are also these pieces that are behind the knees that flip out when you fold the knees up. So now it's not gappy from the front. I like that bit. Though I wish they could have had the arms do something else instead of this. You know, maybe they could have had the arms a hinge swivel or something, so that the arms could like fold down even more, so that they're flush with the bicep. I don't know. Just spitballing other ideas here. Anyways, there's no real posability in this mode. Here's Core Class Optimus Prime for scale. He's a little bit taller in alt mode. Yeah, I'm not transforming this one on camera too, though. You gotta wait for another review to see this guy being transformed. Anyway, so overall, I'd say like maybe 6 out of 10. It's not that bad, but it's not that great either. It's pretty okay for $12, really cheap. If a kid really likes Transformers and you don't really have that much money to afford 30 or like 20, 30, $40 figures, you can get him this or any of the other core class figures and he'll be happy, unless he wants a character that's, or unless they want a character that isn't part of the core class line. But anyways, this has been my review of the core class Shockwave. Bye.